So I've been out of the country for the last week or so, which means I'm behind on watching Strange New Worlds. That also means I got to miss, any of the announcements from Alex Kurtzman about the fantastic new Star Trek series at San Diego Comic-Con. That is until my buddy Left Eye Ego sent me a message through Twixter with this following photograph. And spoiler alert, I'm telling you right now, J Hitman or Fractured Filter, if you are watching this, do not listen for the next minute. Spoilers ahead. This is, oh my God, a female Jem'Hadar, and apparently a commander at Starfleet Academy in the 32nd century. Now, many things wrong with this. The Jem'Hadar are entirely male, genetically produced, born and bred to be warriors, worshippers of the founders. Also, at most, they live to 15 years of age. If they're lucky, most die within 3 or 4 years because they are combatants. This is not a Jem'Hadar. This is an abomination. I was watching Nerdrotic do his review and do a live reaction to the video, and someone said, Gary goes, "What is this?" And someone just said, "A fat black woman," which probably is true, but just busted him up, which is, again, probably an accurate description of the actress. But the bottom line is, this is what we can expect from Starfleet Academy. Now, the other thing is, you have to remember, this may be new for Paramount Plus in the first new Star Trek Academy show, but this is no way a new concept. The original idea goes back to, I think there were talks about it maybe sometime before Next Generation started, but I definitely know there were after Star Trek V came out, because the producer Harv Bennett proposed an idea for a movie which would have young Kirk and Spock at the Academy together and only have Nimoy and Shatner show up in cameo appearances. That, of course, got shot down because the fans back then wanted to see the original cast, kind of like fans in Next Generation actually wanted to see the Next Gen cast in the Picard series. Only took the third season and an actual showrunner who understood that. So, of course, that Academy idea went by the wayside, and we got Star Trek: The Undiscovered Country. The idea of the Academy just fell apart entirely, and that doesn't mean we didn't see the Academy throughout. Of course, we saw a couple episodes where Wesley was a cadet. We actually saw one at Starfleet Academy involving totally not Tom Paris, a character named Nicholas Ocarno. Again, this character is not Tom Paris, no matter how much Nick Locarno, played by Robert Duncan McNeil, looks exactly like Tom Paris, played by Robert Duncan McNeil. And their characters, of course, are totally not alike. So, of course, we got that. We also got to see a certain cadet. Again, spoilers for Fractured and Hitman. Cadet Nog. Couple episodes in DS9. But now we have a whole new show. Starring Holly Hunter and Paul Giamatti, two actors who I really enjoy. I think they're fantastic actors. But they got stuck in this. I guess they just want to be part of Star Trek and did not realize what a crap product Kurtzman has been putting out for the last few years. So we are now in the 32nd century. This is Discovery timeline with Captain Burnham. And after the burn, when a mopey Kelpian child had a temper tantrum, destroyed all the dilithium in the galaxy. So now Starfleet Academy has been reformed, and this is the first new class. And yes, back in the old days, we would have said this is Star Trek 90210, but now this is clearly CW Star Trek. So let's just watch this and see what we got. Of course, this is taking place in San Francisco, which is where Starfleet Academy is headquartered.
And so, we begin.
I just love how they've peppered in things. I mean, we have the old tower there in front of the port of San Francisco down at the bottom. There's on the left side, you can see a King Mai. I guess that's a Chinese restaurant. I don't know. But this is the voice of Holly Hunter, who's playing a character named Captain Akay. I think it's Akay. Nala Akay. She's half Lanthanite, same as what's her name? Carol Kane in Strange New
I'm
Worlds.
Captain Nala Ake, Chancellor of Starfleet Academy.
You know, looking back, look at the way she sits in this. There's how she sits
Chancellor
here.
of Starfleet Academy.
I saw someone comment that she didn't look very natural in this. She doesn't look very commanding, and really, it doesn't. She just looks like she's waiting for something. Does not have the command sense or presence that you would expect. Even Janeway had a presence, so you can't say, "Oh, it's because she's a woman." No, Catherine Janeway had a presence. Kate Mulgrew understood how to do that. Maybe, you know, who was it? Genevieve Bujold, who played Captain Elizabeth Janeway for about 3 days before she quit. Maybe that's how she looked, timid and uncertain of herself.
Academy. We're all the first Academy class to return to our campus in San Francisco after more than 120 years.
There's a lot of imagery here, which is very strange to me. These outfits looks very strange to me. It's not fitting for Star Trek. There's something kind of too militaristic about it. I don't mind a slight militaristic bend to it, but it's kind of like black leather with the leather shoulder pads. Even the grays look a little reminding me of Starship Troopers, kind of.
Years.
Oh, hold on, I forgot. Gonna be a lot of this, guys. A lot of key jangling.
Some of you are here.
Okay, now this guy's name is, what's his name? He's Caleb Meir, who's described as a human orphan who's been disillusioned with Starfleet. So he comes to, I guess, try to find a new path in life. And I guess he gets involved with the Betazoid president's daughter. Because, you know, that's really what Star Trek is about, interpersonal relationships, not boldly going where no one has gone before.
For your families, some for yourselves.
What's with these? Again, the uniforms are very weird. Look at this. The glowing badge there. Looks like armor.
Together.
This character's name, I believe, is I think she's Genesis Live. She's described as a daughter of an admiral who's trying to make a name for herself. And, you know, we get the very, I guess this is what we're going to have to make everyone look like aliens. Again, the classic alteration of the head. This just looks like weird eyebrows.
You were the best and the brightest.
Oh, now this character's, I think this is the character. Yes. This character's name, this is rich. This character's name is Sam, S-A-M, and it stands for Serious Acclamation Mill. She's a hologram who's literally a few weeks old, but has been programmed with knowledge. Strange having a hologram, right? I guess we now have sentient holograms. I don't see any mobile emitters, but don't worry, we'll bring that up in a second. But I'm guessing she's going to be a very, you know, Data-like character trying to cope with the new situation and understand what it's like to be a humanoid.
Brightest from across the galaxy.
Klingon, this is clearly, Klingon apparently must be a medical officer.
A tapestry that is Star.
See, this is exactly what we're getting here. This whole little camaraderie thing. And this just, to me, doesn't fit for Star Trek. Like, everyone's cheering and blah, 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 blah. Everyone's all having a laugh and everything. Oh, look, we all passed a test together. Yay. This isn't Star Trek. This is why the original idea for the Academy fell apart, because no one wanted to see that. We're going to go to Strange New Worlds and see things.
Fleet. You will learn the skills.
Oh, my goodness. Here we go. Look at it all, guys. Look at all the names up here. We got Spock. We got Beverly. We got Captain Demoris Sulu, Sulu's daughter. Let's see who else we got. Captain Montgomery Scott, Leonard H. McCoy, Lieutenant Nog. Only gave him lieutenant rank. Great. Lieutenant Julian Bashir. I'm pretty certain he was lieutenant commander by the time DS9 ended. Where's the other one? Wait, Ensign Cito Jaxa. This is how you really know that they are just going member berries. because Cito Jaxa was in maybe 2 or 3 episodes and was not a character of significance. Same thing with Natasha Yar. Yeah, we know her, but there's no reason that she'd be any way, inducted into the Academy Hall of Fame, so to speak. So this is literally just, hi, I'm going to drop a bunch of names. So, hey, all you old guys, look, we're being friendly to you. This is clearly a show meant for a younger group, and they're trying to just call back to something to make people interested in it. But guess what? I'm sorry. Young kids are not interested in Star Trek, and pretending it's CW Star Trek ain't going to work.
That shaped our greatest officers.
What the hell was that? Duty, honor, service. Again, that feels like Starship Troopers. That doesn't feel like Starfleet.
Like them, we'll ask you to give more.
Here we go with the hologram. I like the EMH Doctor. I'm not calling him the Doctor anymore because I have to call him the EMH Doctor, not to confuse with the proper Doctor being Doctor Who. Rob Ricardo is back playing EMH Doctor. He is the same character, which means basically he's been stored and transferred throughout the database for almost 900 years now. And I guess they just upgraded the program so he would age.
More of yourselves than you knew you had.
This is, yeah, look, this is
To dream without limitations.
beautiful.
Whatever challenges came before today led you to this moment.
Oh, how dare you? How dare you? Really? I'm offended. We have, just so you next to it says alternate continuums, and of course, confronting the unexplained. What happened to Benjamin Sisko? Guys, I'm angry about this. Why does the hologram care? Literally, I feel like it's just because it's a black captain and this is a black character.
You here.
See, again, this is what is...
You weave together the future.
Are they wearing varsity jackets? Yes, they are wearing varsity jackets. Guys, come on. This... Oh, thank God we brought the snark. There's nothing like Star Trek without snark. I mean, Star Trek would be nothing without the snarkiness of Tig Notaro. Literally defines Star Trek. Snark.
So go out and see.
There's our female Jem'Hadar, who's also apparently a cross with a Klingon. I still don't know how that works. Don't know how that works.
Explore. Boldly go where no one has gone before.
Yeah, also the Academy is a starship. So I guess it just goes off into space to have training exercises in space.
It is my great honor to welcome you all to Starfleet Academy.
Just, she doesn't have that command presence. I'm not sensing it from these images. Oh, this, right. I love Paul Giamatti. Really? Oh, I just want to play that back one more time. Just so you hear it. Yeah. That's a Star Trek theme. That's a Star Trek theme. So meta, because that's also what Star Trek is. It's meta jokes, guys. CW, Star Trek. So we're probably going to have a little bit of like Riverdale, or I don't know, what's the other one on there? I remember the OC on Fox, 90210, that sort of stuff, that sort of emotional conflict. There'll certainly be a lot of crying and talking about emotions because that's what Kurtzman Trek loves. So I think it's only 10 episodes. So I don't know really how they're going to develop much. You really can't develop much naturally. They're just going to have to force it in with a lot of exposition about who everyone is. It'll probably look nice and fancy because they have a budget to do that now. But again, this is not Star Trek to me. Paul Giamatti, I totally get. The guy apparently is a Star Trek fan. He's always wanted to be in Star Trek. Loves Star Trek. Said he used to watch it with his dad. So I guess now he's playing a Klingon Tellarite hybrid. I don't know why we just don't have Klingons anymore. What just happened to Klingons? Kurtzman effed them all up. So yeah, that's Starfleet Academy coming in early 2026. And yeah, I'm going to watch it because apparently I hate myself. But at the same time, I'll also be watching every week a new episode of Deep Space Nine on our show Wormhole Watch to cleanse the palate and remember what good Star Trek was. Until next time, questions, comments, witticisms down below. Click all the good buttons. See you next time.